day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth. And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He made the stars also. Early in mankind's history, the word of the Lord came to a man, Abram. God brought him outside and said to him, "Look toward heaven and number the stars, if you are able to number them. So shall your offspring be." And Abram believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. Number the stars. Are you able to number them? In the year 150, the astronomer Ptolemy tried. He cataloged 1,022. And although he never claimed his work was exhaustive, many astronomers believed that these were the only stars in existence. To be promised over 1,000 descendants sounds like a generous blessing. But the promises of God are always far beyond anything we could ask or imagine. We now know that the unaided eye can see approximately 10,000 stars in a clear dark sky. Yet that is still only a fraction of the glorious cosmic reality. Our galaxy alone is estimated to contain over 100 billion stars. And it is believed there are more galaxies in the universe than stars in our Milky Way. Look up and see. Who created these? He brings out the starry host by number. He calls all of them by name. Because of his great power and strength, not one of them is missing. He made the stars also. It reads like a careless afterthought. But there are no careless afterthoughts with God. In his awesome and beautiful creativity, he placed and named every star in the sky and holds them there to this day. His eternal power and divine nature shine before us day and night. Sun, moon, and stars all doing his bidding in their celestial dance. The heavens declare the glory of God.